You know it's going to be a good video when it starts with me having a wee lie down. I have found an absolute cracker. You don't want to miss this. Welcome back to the glorious fields of Perthshire. And just like the last time I was out, it's another absolutely cracking day. Wall-to-wall sunshine, barely a cloud in the sky. Cold and frosty last night, but hopefully it's going to be dry today. Maybe some late rain later this afternoon, but we'll see. By then, hopefully, we'll have gold and silver and I'll be heading for home. I'm back out, just me. I was hoping Simon was going to come, but no, he's too busy. He's too busy. But he says he's going to be out next week. I think he's knocked me back about 10 times. He's got himself his own permission. He was out on it yesterday and he got himself another hammered silver coin. So that's why he doesn't want to come out here. He wants to go to his fields that are producing the goods. So maybe, just maybe, we'll see him in the next video. Or in a couple of videos from now. So I'm back out. I'm on a field that the last time I was here, about 10 days ago, produced not one, not two, but 3 bits of silver. And you might recognise that bunch of trees in the background there, because that is a Bronze Age barrow, a 3 and a bit thousand-year-old burial mound. So a huge amount of history in the area. Now I haven't really done very much of this field, so I'm going to start in here. I'm going to head up towards the burial mound, which is a scheduled monument. So I will stay away from it, but I can detect almost right up to it. So always make sure you check for protected sites, or you might get into a lot of trouble. As ever, if you're not already subscribed to the channel, please hit the button and help support the channel's growth. As ever, I'm using the new camera, the new microphone. It's taken me a little bit of time to get used to setting up the microphone, so you might find it's a little loud, a little quiet, but I'd be interested if you could let me know. Right, let's go and see if we can find any treasures. We have our first signal. So I've walked from, see that wee gateway just there? I've walked from there to here. I mean, you're talking what, 40 feet? But the majority of this field is undetected, so it was a pretty lively field. Doesn't mean it's a good target, but as you know, first target is always a live dig. Kind of vanished a little bit. A bit stony as well, compared with the last field I was in. In the bottom of the hole. Right, I'm going to turn you off because it's a bit stony. Back to you in a minute. Okay, we're out. It's pretty stony, this part of ground, so... Oh, there's something there, I think, coppery. So no point you bouncing about with me trying to dig this out. What is that? It's got a hole in it. Or 2 holes in it. Not sure. It's definitely a thing though. 2 holes. 2 holes in green. Well, not really sure what that is, to be honest. Part of a hinge. Part of a zipper. If you know, comment below. Better than aluminium though. It's a coin contender or a bottle top, and this is what, hole number 6, and I'm still only about 100 yards from the gateway. It is. Oh, it's out. Oh, it's lead. Wow. Great big lead ingot. Not really sure what that is, to be honest with you. It's a lead ingot and it's got what looks like 2... They look like lead rivets. Oh, turn that off. They look like lead rivets that are going through it. I don't see any sign of copper or iron. So, if you know, comment below. Interesting. 84, 85. Very nice sounding. Come on. 85, 86. Well, it's lead again. Drat. More lead. Thor's hammer. Ach well. Okay, a 60. I don't know what it is yet, but it does look interesting. It looks like it's got decoration or something on it, or shape to it. Oh! Almost looks like a horse's head or something. It does. Oh, it is. Ah, is it part of a lead? It is part of a lead toy. Well, we got a drummer out this field last time. Actually looks more like a unicorn. It looks like it's got an antler. Or a horn, should I say, not an antler. It is a unicorn. You beauty. Okay, I'll give this a proper clean up off camera and get back to you. Well, I'm not sure. Is it a unicorn or is it a horse with a spear or a horn in the middle of its head? Decoration. It could be. But if it is a unicorn, Scotland is the only country in the world where the unicorn is its national animal. Adopted many, many hundreds of years ago. I think it first appeared on the coat of arms of the Scottish royal family in the 1500s, a symbol of purity and strength. But it is a child's toy. It might be a horse, but it certainly looks like a unicorn to me. I'm guessing 1900s through to maybe about 1930, 1950. Lovely. And we've got ourselves another find. 70, 72. It's a little copper alloy. It's part of a buckle. You can see there, that's where the leather would have gone in and been riveted on. And then here there would have been the actual buckle itself. So there would have been a little kind of D shape or loop or such like on the buckle. Could have a bit of age to it. Could be a good few hundred years old. But still, another nice find. This is certainly the field of the mystery objects. That is lead. You see how rough it is on the back? That's how you would expect a saddler's badge to be. Flip it over though. Cannot see any sign of writing on there at all. I mean, maybe it's worn away with time, but it could be a saddler's badge from the underside of a horse saddle. And if it is, then it's probably sometime in the 1800s. Nice find again. Fourth time lucky. I've been certain there's been a coin, and I've been wrong every time. 86. Well, I think we've got a clod. Oh, dropped it. Ah, is it just fallen out? Oh no, look, there it's there. Ah, it's not a coin though. What is that? Well, it's a thing. Okay, I'll do a wee clean up and get back to you. It looks like it could be enamelled. It's another mystery object. Now, I think it must be some sort of badge or something, because it's got blue enamel on it. Other options, furniture, but why would you enamel a piece of furniture? Plain and rough on the back. If you know, comment below. Certainly the field of the weird finds today. 2 finds in the one hole, which explains why it was a bag of spanners. That is a lump of lead. However, that there, to me, looks slightly butterfly or moth shaped. Maybe it's Batman. Okay, it's a wee bit damaged. Oh, that might be the fitting. Right, back to you in a minute. It looks like a little brooch or bit of jewellery. As suspected, it is a little moth, I think. And you can see the 2 fittings where the pin would have gone there. I suspect originally this would have been a bright gold colour, maybe even enamelled. But it is probably Victorian in date, kind of pre-1900. Nice! I'm not going to say a word. 84. Rubbish spade technique, I have to say. Let's try that again. It's a wee bit better. Now it sounds pretty terrible. What is that? It's a razor. Oh my goodness, I'm pulling out all kinds of weird and wonderful things today, aren't I? I mean, I've only been going for like 40 minutes and I'm getting a target, a diggable target every 30 to 60 seconds, and in some cases every 10 seconds. So that is the handle of an old razor, probably from the beginning of the 1900s to middle 1900s, I would think. So there you go. Oh, what is this then? Only a 52. Can't figure out yet what it's made of. Almost looks a bit like one of those sort of castle golf tees. But I think it's made of brass or copper. That must be copper. It was too low a readout for brass. It's maybe some sort of little sort of spinning top style of thing. Can't say I've had one of them before. So if you know what to do. This field is just stacked full of targets. I think this is going to be a military button, but the ground is quite boggy, so I think it might be pretty toasty. I'll dry it out though, see if we can get any detail. Don't know if you'll be able to see that for sure or not, but I'll do the fade in and that'll help. There is a lion on the left, another unicorn on the right, and then the coat of arms and a crown in the middle and at the top. So it's a general service button, more than likely World War II, 1939 to 1945. 73. Don't think it's a coin. I mean, it could be a halfpenny, but I don't think it is. I think it's probably something copper. Oh, there you go. What was it, a buckle? I think it is. Yep. Looks like a horse buckle. Should be a bar in the middle. And there is a bar in the middle. A horse buckle. Probably going to be middle of the 19th into the early 20th century. From the wee horsey pulling the plough. A screamer of a target. Whatever it is, I think it's just under the surface. Could be just about anything, to be honest. Even a big bit of lead. Oh, kind of looks round. Well, I tell you what, we've got a coin. Well, I didn't expect that, I have to say. It's quite chunky, but I'm not seeing anything at the moment in the way of detail. Okay, we got coin number 1 inside the first hour. It's the worst kind of coin, the kind of coin that you cannot identify. Now there is a chance it could actually be base silver. There's a few little glints on the edges that might suggest there's some silver content to the coin. It was an absolute screamer, as you heard. That looks like the head side, but you can see a few letters round the edge, but nothing that's jumping out at me. There is though quite a thick rim, and if it is a coin, which I think it is, whether it's silver or not. You can see a bit more silvery on that side. It's not from the UK, but I cannot see anything on that to tell me where it's from. So if you know, comment below, but unfortunately it's goosed. I think it's probably from some time in the 1800s, but let me know if you know. Worthy of a live dig. To be honest, so many targets are worthy of a live dig. But I can't film them all because it just gives me so much more editing to do. 80. Nothing obvious yet. Give me another wee coin. Ah, well, I think we've got a coin. It is. Yeah, beauty. Okay, what are we going to get off that at the moment? Not a lot, other than knowing it's a coin. But I'll do my best and get back to you. It's another one where I'm going to be relying on all of you. It looks like it says OFSA, possibly N, off San on there. Other than that, cannot really see much. But on the other side, there are two standing figures looking at one another. Let's get you properly in the sun. Do you see that? Two standing figures looking towards one another. So it's either a coin from another country or it's a European coin. Or it's a medal even, not a European coin. So, yeah. I know one of you all will know what that is, but I certainly don't. So if you know, comment below. Really, really difficult to get the detail, but it is there. So yeah, let me know, folks. Just gone the 2 hour mark and still digging lots of targets. Just lots of bits of lead at the moment. I think it's still in the hole. Oh, it's there. More lead. Oh, it's a palm guard. Phenomenal. Well, I'll take that kind of lead. I haven't had a palm guard for ages. Yeah, beauty. Well, as you might hear in the background, I am right close to a road, which is a very, very old road, I should add. And I was hoping for some older stuff, and that may well be older stuff. So for anyone that hasn't seen one, you strap it to your hand. See, it's beautifully shaped to fit in the palm of your hand, hence palm guard. Put a bit of string around it, a bit of rope around it, a bit of leather around it, bind it to your hand, and then you can use a needle to put a needle through leather without stabbing yourself. There's actually a couple of little holes where it's been pricked. That could be any age. Palm guards have been around for millennia, way back to the Roman period. Could be medieval, could be more modern, but probably it's going to be at least 200 to 300 years old as a minimum. That's a good find, probably one of the oldest finds off this field in the last couple of digs. We've had unicorns, I think we've now got an elephant, and I think it's actually maybe like a milk bottle or beer bottle lid or something. It's definitely an elephant. Okay, let me see if I can clean this up off camera and get back to you. And there you go. I think it says Astern, A-S-T-E-R-N, and then I think it says foam, F-O-A-M. Eastern, well, it might be Eastern foam rather than Astern foam. No idea what it is. There's letters at the bottom as well, but I can't quite make them out. But we've got ourselves a little heffalump. If you know, comment below. This is the moment that I realise I have made a completely awful mistake, because a 67 uncovers this, and it looks to me like a hammered coin. Now, I'd already picked it up and had a closer look before I put the camera on and realised it was a hammered coin. So what did I do? Well, I jumped about like a 4-year-old boy on Christmas morning. And the result? Well, I pulled the receiver for the microphone out of the camera phone. What an idiot. But on the plus side, it means you don't need to listen to me acting like a complete and utter overexcited idiot. But it is an absolutely beautiful hammered coin. I'll get the little spray bottle out, give it a little zoom in, and I can already tell that it looks like a really, really nice coin. Time for the great reveal. Give it a little wash for the first time in 700 years, give or take. Now, the ironic thing is that I am right next to the road, and I really, although it's a very old road, I was expecting lots of bits of aluminium and trash, and in actual fact there was very, very little, just lots and lots of lead. But you can see immediately the detail on the coin is exceptional. This is amongst one of the best hammered coins of Edward I that I have ever found. That's the reverse with the cross. You can see Civitas, and then it's Cantor, the city of Canterbury. So that is where this little medieval silver penny was minted. And on this side it's even better. Nearly dropped it, shock horror. Because you can see just how clear the face profile is of Edward I. I'm pretty certain that it is Edward I of England, or Longshanks as he was also known, the Hammer of the Scots, from the time of Sir William Wallace and King Robert the Bruce. And there it is. What an absolute cracker of a coin. That is amongst the best Edward hammered coins I have ever found. I think it is Edward I, Longshanks, the King of England, and he became the invader of Scotland during the first wars of independence between Scotland and England. Upon the death of Alexander III, he installed a puppet king, John Balliol, and eventually John Balliol rebels. Edward invades and causes murder and mayhem. But it's around this time that we also have a young man by the name of Sir William Wallace, and then later in 1306 Robert the Bruce, King Robert the Bruce, picks up the reins, William Wallace having been executed in 1305. So Edward died in 1307, so it cannot be any later than 1307, and most of the Edwards that we tend to find are of the area around about 1290, 1300. That is an absolute beautiful coin. Stunning. Absolutely stunning. Over 700 years old. Now it's got a mint mark on the back. You can just make out CIVI, which is Civi, and then TAS, TAS, City of. Initially I thought it was London, but it's not. It's C, and that's a Gothic A, CAN, and then it's TOR, Cantor, City of Canterbury. So this was minted in Canterbury in England. Probably made its way here, possibly through an English soldier who invaded. Stunning. What a coin and what a piece of history. This is why we metal detect. Wow. To hold this in your hand for the first time in 700 odd years doesn't get much better than that. That is an absolutely stunning coin. Unbelievably stunning. Mwah. Well, shouldn't have kissed Edward the First, but well, what a find. What an absolutely phenomenal find. We got another coin contender fanning out from the Hammered. Georgian copper, silver, another silver, wow, that would be amazing. Or a bottle top. Still down there. Oh, there it's there. It's neither. I think it's brass. What is that? What is that? That's strange, isn't it? It's almost like part of a pair of glasses. Look how thick they are though. Well, it might be some sort of horse guide or something maybe. Especially because it's in brass. I think it's plain though. Let's just see if there's any decoration on it anywhere. Not that I can see. Oh, a wee bit there maybe. Well, another mystery object. I'm going to say horse related, but if you know, comment below. Got my gloves on now, it's getting a little bit chilly. Coin contender. Not going to be a Hammered. But another coin would be very nice. Well, there's something there, but it isn't a coin, if that's what it is. There, yeah. It's part of a buckle. Well, I thought it was worse than that, but another fragment of horse buckle. Ah, well, probably 1800s. Nice. That was the horse buckle right there, the fragment, and it shows you just how many signals I'm getting. I mean, I haven't walked 6 feet. And it's a screaming 92. I hope it's a silver. Just hope it's something good. Anything good. I'm not fussy. That's it there. What is that? It's another buckle. It is. Oh, that's a weird one. So a wee brass buckle with a very short pin. No wonder they lost it. Seems weird. Looks like the pin's not even broken. So that's strange. Anyway, again, probably sometime in the 1800s. Yay, we got another coin. It's been giving me the runaround. I don't know if it fell out the side wall or I scooped it up there. But it's an 83. It wasn't convincing, but it's halfpenny size. It's definitely a halfpenny. Britannia's there. George V. Oh, I think it's Edward. Haven't heard him for a while. Back to you in a moment. That is as clean as I can get it because my fingers are so cold. Temperature is plummeting as the sun's going down. It is Edward VII, you'll see him fading through, son of Queen Victoria. Got the job in 1901 on the death of his mother. And it's a year into his reign because the date at the bottom is 1902. So maybe we'd get a quarter of a pint. Maybe we'd get a half a pint if we went to some of the scandalous places that Edward went to. When he was a prince, he was fairly notorious. It is a lovely coin of Edward the Seventh. Here's another cracker. And it's another day when I don't want to go home, but I'm running out of daylight. The sun is shortly going over the horizon, and then it's going to get very dark and even colder very quickly. But when you're having one of these days, oh, it's another buckle, is it? It is. It's a bent D buckle this time. My goodness, a lot of horse buckles. Again, probably 19th century. But yeah, when you're having a day like this, you just don't want to stop. And we got another pocket knife. That's actually the bone or the wooden handle. I think it must be bone or antler. And there is the actual blade itself, copper alloy bit. So that would have been somewhere on there, maybe about there. In fact, right about there. So there you go, a wee pocket knife. Probably 150 years old. Okay, I think this is going to be my last target of the day. 72. Well, what a day it's been, honestly. Since I found that Bronze Age axe head, I've had a lot of really terrible days. And then obviously I got triple silver on this field before. Stone, which greatly improved prospects and chances and so on. I got that really nice spindle whorl on the previous dig, and that is a lump of lead, but I'm not complaining. This has been an epic day. What a day, folks. What an incredible day. I dug a lot of holes. A lot of holes. My goodness, this field is absolutely stacked with finds, all sorts of things from all sorts of eras. Obviously I got that palm guard about an hour before I got the hammered coin. There's a chance that could be medieval, but wow, that hammered coin is stunning, absolutely stunning, amongst one of the best Edward hammered coins I've ever found. A real beauty. So I'm absolutely over the moon with that. Well, I'm going to have to do a little light box because my fingers are so cold. I can't even stand still to show you all the finds. So I think I'll wait till I get home, so I don't drop anything, I don't lose anything, especially with the light fading. And I will get back to you in the light box. What a day. Absolutely unbelievable. And here we are, back in the light box. And I have to start by saying apologies to my wife, because I think in the last video when I used the light box, I said that she'd put it somewhere and I couldn't find it. Well, it was actually me. But there we go. Let's just move on as quick as we can. So let's have a wee look at some of the best finds up close. I always like a palm guard. Unfortunately, very difficult to date them. But I do like the fact that they are so tactile that they just fit perfectly in the hand. And as I say, on this one you can see a few little notches where clearly someone has been using a needle. Date wise though, who knows? It could be 200 or 300 years old, but it could be 1500 or 2000 years old. One of the mystery coins, I'm pretty certain that there is a head there looking to the right hand side, and I'm also fairly certain that this is not from the United Kingdom. So you see a few little letters there. Other than that, I'm afraid nothing much I can see. On the reverse side, it's just pretty much devoid of detail.
But again, if you can see anything or if you can identify it, I'm sure one of you will, then let me know. This is the little moth, or at least that's what I thought, but now I'm thinking, is it 2 flags? It might be, you know. What do you think? Not sure, but it's either a moth or it's 2 flags. Is it a unicorn or is it simply an armoured horse? What do you reckon? Either way, it's a little lead child's toy, probably from the turn of the last century, 1900s through to maybe as late as the 1940s or so. This was another of the mystery objects. It's almost a little bit like a castle tee for golf, and it's made of metal. Don't know what, but it looks like it's been, at some point, it's been silvered or tinned, maybe even painted. And that is the Edward VII penny, or halfpenny should I say, which I think is 1902. And there is the man himself on the other side. Not in great condition, but from a period or a part of the field that was quite boggy and quite wet. Another mystery, this little coin or token. Now, what I can see below the figures now, there is a few letters. It actually looks like it says married, M-A-R-R-I-E-D. So maybe it is some sort of marriage token or commemorative, possibly to do with one of the royals. The other side, what did we have? We have of Saxe, maybe it's Saxe Coburg Gotha, possibly, which would be relating to what they now call the House of Windsor, the royal family, which changed its name in 1919, so pre-1919. This was another sort of mystery find too. I suspect it's been symmetrical and it would have looked the same on the other side, so possibly some sort of buckle or some sort of horse fitting. I'm sure one of you would recognise it if you're a horse lover or keeper. Then again, maybe it's just I don't know, like a piece off of a pair of shears, like big scissors. But it does look to have decoration up around this area here. Again on the other side as well. So yeah, mystery one. The star find, I think almost certainly the best Edward penny that I think I've ever found. Likelihood is it probably dates to around about 1290, 1300. And as I said in the video, it cannot be any more or any later than 1307, because that's when Edward I died. But very, very, very good detail. And on the other side, the beautiful cross with the 3 pellets in each quarter and the Civitas Cantor, City of Canterbury. Now this didn't actually feature in the video because at the time I didn't really think much of it, but it's only after I've cleaned it up. Now I'm looking at it thinking, is that a face with a pair of horns looking at us? Or is it almost like a couple of ducks? Just a mystery item. I don't know what that is, but it's got this iron thread coming out of it. So it's maybe off a piece of furniture, or it is maybe from leather. Well, I doubt it because the thread's too long. But possibly wood, possibly from furniture. That's all I can think of. But if you know, let me know.
Hopefully by the power of technology and video editing, you've already seen me in the comfort and warmth of my own home. And this is me just saying thank you all for watching. Hugely appreciate the support for the channel, and I'm glad that you could all be here to see me uncover such an absolutely phenomenal find. What a coin. Absolutely over the moon with that. over the moon. But as ever, if you're not already subscribed to the channel, then please hit the button and help support the channel's growth. Thank you all for watching. Take care, and I hope I see you all on the next dig. See you soon.